Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 10 and potentially the final episode of the Castle Crashers playthrough. We are beginning off with the Wizard Castle Takeoff, which is the ascent to the final section of the game. Dark and mysterious music. I'm not too sure how tough the fights are here. I'm pretty sure they're all a lot harder. All the bad guys. But I do believe a lot of the enemies in this section of the game have a high magic defense, but are a little bit weaker to physical damage, so that is one of the reasons that we continued going back into strength. Just gotta dodge the falling rocks here. They don't do too much if you get hit, they just kind of do some damage, so if you get hit by a bunch of them, it can be pretty bad. You don't really have that much time to see where they're coming or to dodge out of the way. But I believe if you just zip back and forth like this, they fall where you were. And so it's easy to dodge all of them as we catch back up to the ascending castle. Some stairs up here, nothing I can go into. Still keeping an eye out for any X's on the ground. The mage minions, these guys are really cool as well. And they do have a nice dark magic attack. Just using some of that new spring magic that we got. Just seeing how much damage it does. It is not the strongest because, again, they are quite strong against magic damage. So we shall stick with the physical stuff. Okay, magic attack did 1 damage to it. Yeah, we'll stick with the old hack and slash. I only have 1 potion. That might actually be kind of an issue. I didn't quite think about that. The wand that they have, or that one has, it's like the orange. You know what? I might go buy some potions really quick. This might be a little bit longer of an episode, because I believe I will just put it all into one for like a longer finale episode. Ooh. 2 hits, 2 executes. And they just keep coming. See if I can hold off to a level up. Probably not, though. So I am already getting quite low. I want one of them to drop the that staff as a weapon. It's a very strong magic weapon. I do believe it is a very rare drop chance. A little bit of food, you'll love to see that. Moving on, more fighting. Oh, it's going straight through. Alright. Ooh, okay, so this is the room with all the different bosses. There are 4. I am going to back out, though. Get some potions. Hopefully I will be not at the beginning. So we're at least at the interior. I don't know if that's actually going to be at the bosses. These ones were 11, so I will buy them here. I'm going to buy up to 5. You are fully healed when you exit back, so I am full health now. I think I might have to go through that little section again, though. Yes, okay. So that's not too bad. I'll get a couple extra EXP points from this, but it was only 2 or 3 sections of fighting. And then even this way, there's a chance I will level up during one of the boss fights, which will be a nice full heal. And another chance of getting the weapon, I suppose. Still don't believe there is anything to dig up here. I don't think I can pick up the weapons. If they would all group up, it'd be so much easier, but there's always one that sticks around in the back to throw magic attacks. Look at that. Ooh, all three of them at the same time. That was a lot of damage. 2 of them down. Some food and some money. You'd love to see that. 12 gold. That was the cost of one of the potions already earned back. A little bit extra, and moving on. Ooh, got that nice aerial combo going. Not too sure, again, how to do it. Sometimes it just happens, other times it doesn't seem to want to happen. But it is definitely one of the most efficient ways of fighting someone, because you do get so many free attacks and they can't hit back at all. Alright, moving on. I'm going to keep my potions out just in case, because I am quite low, to be honest. Alright, moving on into the first boss of the tower, which is the Painter. Alright. So there is the unicorn here, which is actually what we are looking for later on. There is going to be a point in the level, or during the fight, where we're going to be hoping for a unicorn. Not clowns, terrifying. I'm going to go with the W hits a couple times. Wanted to switch, or slip behind it there. My brush is mightier than your sword. The lick attack, again, hits multiple times, so it does quite a bit as far as EXP goes. I don't know if that'll hit at all. No, doesn't deal damage, so I'm just going to stick onto the potions. Stack EXP here if I can, though I don't really need it because we are at the end of the game. God, I should be hitting it here. That actually makes sense. I'm not just here to fight the paintings over and over. No, can't block it. Wanted to see if I could block the attack. Level up, that's huge. 2 pets, or paintings at the same time. 77 damage each time, though. That's so much damage. Another unicorn, that is nice, but not what we need at the moment. I think we gotta get him a little past half. Maybe towards the bottom of the HP pool. I'm gonna use another potion, because these guys are doing a lot of damage. Ooh, he's up to 3 paintings now, which is actually a lot of damage every time. I might actually fight this one. I don't know what it is. Angry white man, light blue man, cyan colored, I don't know. Snowman, maybe? Is that supposed to be snow? Wind? There it is. Alright, so now at this part of the fight, he is going to summon random things, and they should all be one-hit kills, but we are hoping for unicorns. Because the unicorns have the chance of dropping the unicorn horn weapon. But I actually think what you have to do is kill him when it's on the screen. So I am going to try to get him quite weak. But keep him alive until a unicorn happens to spawn. I could kill him right here, that would be huge. No, unicorn, stay here. I don't want him to be under the unicorn. Ooh. That might be it. If this would end. No. There it is. Unicorn Horn. Very good weapon. It's a very strong magic weapon. And all the food for full health. Lots of money. Very important weapon to get, though. Especially if you're going to play a magic-based account for later playthroughs, because you do keep your weapons. Beautiful. And we are moving on. Break a dark crystal. Can you do it with the bow? Or the boomerang? Maybe not as effectively as you used to be able to. It used to get stuck behind it and you would break it like immediately. Beat it up a couple times. There we go. And that unlocks the next boss, which we are going into right away. A little throwback boss. Back from the dead. So I believe you just gotta run away from this guy, but I think if you just let the pogo stick hit you, it doesn't do that much damage, and then this guy can't ever hit you. And then you can just wait out the fight like this. This part of it, at least. Guy seems very weak to magic. That will keep using that. And run away again. So I believe that does a lot of damage when he hits you. So I'm gonna let him hit me once more. And just chill in here. Looks like he's heading back in. $63 damage each hit. Very strong. Oh, yeah, run away, run away. Oh. He's sitting a little close to him this time. I don't know if I'll be able to go. There we go. Oh, I don't want to make the fight go too long because those 5 damages will slowly start to add up. So he's going back in. So I'm getting hits there, but they don't deal damage. Interesting. And then it's the same cycle again, and you just repeat until the end. Perfect. It looks so funny with him trying to attack me. There's nothing for you to attack if I'm under here. And he's walking slowly back, so I'll follow him in. Off screen, that's a little strange. I don't think I've seen that happen before. Couple more cycles and it should be a free win. Actually, I'm wondering if that skull and crossbones, or not the skull and crossbones, but this X here counts as a dig spot. When he's slowly being put back in, I'm gonna try it. It is. Ooh. Or, honestly, not a bad fun weapon. I don't know if I've ever gotten that one before. That seemed a little too out of place for me to not check it. Perfect. Hopefully he stays on screen. Doesn't seem like he's going to. I don't know why the big guy hopping around on the casket keeps going off screen. He'll come back, though. And there we are. Kinda sad for those two. At least they both ascend. Get all the money. Money's not the most important right now, because again, it is the end of the game, basically, so unless I was going to keep playing or even switch over to insane mode, not much use for it other than going back and buying extra pets and collectibles, as well as transferring it to new characters. I do believe when you start a new character, you keep your money. I could be wrong about that, though. Alright, one more crystal down. Moving on to number 3. This is a very hard fight, arguably harder than the final fight even, the Necromancer. So what he does is he summons all of the enemies of the game in waves. And it's just a very good song, but it is a very chaotic fight, because there are so many different enemies of different typings. Some are super strong magically, some are fast, some have high defense. I'm trying to kill the panda first. So the panda is one of the stronger ones magic-wise. I do want to keep my potions out though, because I will probably need them at some point. Just can't stay still. Alright, panda's down. Get that potion. Either the ninja or the demon next might be the next best choice. Ooh, the fencer is using his magic. Very risky. I don't know if that was my crit on him, or him critting on me. I think I would be dead if it was a crit on me, to be honest. More food, thank you. More food, more food. Beautiful. Now we start spawning big guys. This, the big green guy, the Berserker, I believe he here has a chance to drop a special weapon. The alien, unfortunately, here doesn't have 1 HP, but he is weak still, so very nice. But try to get to that fruit. Am trying to stay as airborne as possible. Because again, they do a lot of damage. I got hit into some food there, that was nice. Not sure where it came from, but I'm not knowing. Get some more food. Nice, one of the big guys down. I think 2 of them are, actually. I am going to use another potion, though. We are already down to just a few. Or 1 left, even. I thought I bought 5. Have I really used 4 already? Try to go get that pear. Another pear, nice. Cherries. Any food is nice. Even though it's all just fruit and none of them have been meat so far, they all do. I don't have any magic right now. I'm trying to just run around and get that to charge up. Some kills, huge. That was a good string of hits. It's surprisingly, I was gonna say healthy right now, but that can change quite quickly. They're jumping over my attacks too. Ooh, good execute. All that food already gone because he's got a couple hits on me. It is the strongest enemy here for sure, though, is the giant berserker. I think I just killed the other guy, though, so I am going to try to go get that food. He should be weaker to magic, so I'm going to try to use that. Nice, drop the weapon. Unfortunate. But now it is the 1v1. He is also a playable character, and he has really fun necromancy magic. I might level up here for some HP too, which would actually be quite nice. Trying to time it so he's always standing up right when it hits him. And the level up, that is quite nice. Oh, I was a little early. Whole good string of attacks. Block that. Every time I hit his shield, it has me flip back. Ooh. Re-attacking. Another good string of spells out of magic. I was gonna say I'm a little fast here. He did fine to get through. Should be a kill here though. There we are. He drops a weapon, so you gotta make sure to grab this before the level ends. It is a very strong defensive weapon with some magic. It is probably one of the better weapons in the game, to be honest. So that is worth grabbing before running on through. 7 strength, or 7 defense on that is probably one of the highest bonuses of any weapon in the game. Plus 2 magic, quite nice. There's no downsides to that weapon. Very good for early game. When your defense is quite low and you're still putting points into offensive stats, it does really make that early game quite a bit easier, but you do need kind of a high level. And here we are, heading into the final portal. 1080 gold. Nice number. As we ascend even further. Into the dark. Alright. So I believe we have to break these first. Ooh. I almost hit extra on that one for some reason. I don't know if you can block these. I wonder if you can. No. But you can get them all to land right next to each other. 2 down, 2 to go. Suppose I could have just been hitting them. Oh, no, as soon as they start spinning. That's right. Very easy final boss of the game, though. A little disappointing. Just a couple more hits, and that should be it. And just kidding. Oh, so he can only be hit with magic when he's got the blue shield on? Why can I not turn around? And then when he has the red one on, it is physical attacks that you hit him with. I believe arrows work here too. I don't know if it's mage and physical or if it's ranged and melee. So maybe you would hit him with range here. Ooh. Ooh, that was a very good hit. Got him. Oh, and what's this? Another form. Floating around. You can almost one cycle this whole thing if you can stay on top of him. He moves in a general circle. Easy enough. Here we are. The end of the game. Just kidding. The creepy, floaty, spidery, nasty sounds making. He is also quite resistant to magic attacks here, so this is another good reason to have a higher strength level, because the final boss is the wizard, so he does have a high physical or magic defense. One more combo should be enough, though. And I'm gonna pop the last potion just in case. I'm not too sure how much damage you can deal, but there we go. And I'm going to stay underneath him, because if you look, just kidding, not even done. It's probably getting old by now, isn't it? Come on, couple more hits. No, the sword. Dun, dun. Runs away so much. Owie. Get a couple extra hits there. Oh, maybe he only hits you with the fireballs if you're on the ground. So maybe just staying up next to him. Ooh. There's some free damage. We'll love to see that. Maybe having the cat pet from the beginning to jump as high as him would be the trick here. Uh-oh. Kind of want to fight him off to the side of the level. Because it does kind of seem to be more of like an ellipses or elliptical, oval shape. Cannot think of the word right now. But there he is. There's the achievement, and you can grab his weapon in the background really quick, right before the cutscene, and then you can get his flaming sword. And we grab the crystal and the final princess. Cannot forget about that as we make our escape. You only have a couple of frames there to grab the that final sword. It's like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, or something like that. So you do want to make sure you're on top of him when you fight him, just so it isn't far away. If you're killing him with ranged or magic from a distance, you can still make it over to it, especially if you are using range, because your agility is usually pretty high. But if you're on like the opposite side of the map, it'll usually despawn before you can get to it. As we fly back through all of the levels, scenes roll. Theme song music playing again. The boat is still sinking after all this time. It's still only halfway. The pandas are all sad over the catfish boss. Giant troll that chased us through the cave or through the lumber yard or the lumber house on top of the deer, and then we fight him on top of the carriage after the wedding. Back to the original barbarian zone. No more war in the background. The very first boss, the wooden ram. Oh, the music is so good though. Slowly, slowly, flying this crystal back. The final princess, still passed out in our hands. Very traumatic experience for her, I'm sure. And here we are at the final celebration party. Back in the beginning. The king coming in with the final princess. His weapon there is actually a weapon that you can get in the King DLC pack, I believe, as part of the Xbox 360 version of the game. Each of the enemies here can't really do much. I don't believe there's anything else to grab either. There is an X right here, though. Hello, sir? Can I get that or no? I don't know if I can get this right now. How funny would it be if my only death in the game was after the game? But I shall leave that. Maybe you can only get this in co-op. Why? I wonder what that is. That must be something co-op only. If that's not here in the original setting of the room. But as the end of the game, we have to, of course, kiss the final princess. This is such a trip right here. Congratulations on beating Castle Crashers. Here's your final reward. Speed it up! The end. And that is it, everyone. Thank you guys very much for sticking with me for this entire playthrough. I enjoy this game so very much. I would absolutely play it again for a different playthrough. I'm still not too sure whether I'm going to go back and do a collectibles video where I go through and I do all the different arenas, where I grab all the pets or the extra weapons. I may not do that right away, but that is definitely something I would do if people wanted it enough. A video going through and showing where all the hidden stuff is in the game. Because now that we have like the boomerang and the pets to find items and the shovel, we can do that for earlier levels. But yes, very much. Thank you guys so much for watching this. It's been a lot of fun. I appreciate the support and the likes on the videos. I'm excited to keep going with this. This was a good first game for the channel. It's one I know pretty well. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do for the next game or for the next playthrough, but I am excited for it nonetheless, and I hope you guys are as well. See you guys next time in the next game playthrough.